Right, a very good afternoon and welcome back to the our weekly session of webinars. Thank you for joining us and taking the time, everyone. So this week's session, we'll be talking about how you manage your customer relations in the past. May be challenging, however, it can now be managed better with the advancements of software. So for all of those of you who want to find out on how we manage our data as well as and have a better customer relationship with our customers. Today, joining us, we have Chen Shin Tong from the Senior Operations Head of Eatcake today, Sri Berhad, and also Surin, the Head of Sales of VLAN Asia, to share with us better on how they manage their customer relationships as well as their data, customer data, more effectively using systems. Welcome, Chen.
Hello.
Hi, and Surin as well. Hi, welcome, Surin.
Hey, hi everyone.
Yeah, so I'm going to pass the session over to you, Surin.
Yep,
Right. So over to you.
a very good afternoon, everyone, and a very good afternoon, Chen, as well. So
Hi,
long.
good afternoon.
So how are you doing?
I'm good. I hope you are good too.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting smarter with my blazer and all. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for joining today's session with us. It has been a very grateful journey. Eatcake today been a customer for VLAN. I think for almost 6 to 7 months now.
Yep.
So happy to have you as our customer, and happy to have such a customer that have so much trust in us and everything that we do in terms of how we help our customers to utilize themselves. So, how's Eatcake business in general?
Actually, Eatcake today is a #1 online delivery cake platform in Malaysia. So we have different types of baker on board with us. There are some of them are home bakers, there are cafe bakers, and some of them are cake manufacturers. So Eatcake today act as a bridge together together those bakers and then market their products in our website, and customer can easily get their desired cakes delivered in less than 4 hours time with just a few cakes in our website. So this is the convenience and also the varieties that we offers to customer in the market.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty interesting because you all also market what is required for the bakers and not necessarily you only focus at the end customers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, maybe for the interest of the audience, because even for me, I was assuming just that, eat cake today means you want eat you want to eat a cake today, and then you just go to the online and then you just order, right?
Yeah.
But so probably you want to share like how this whole business, came into the picture, and how you all started and who's the founder, probably a little bit background, I think would be very helpful for the audience today.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so for Eatcake today, right, it is all started back in 2015. The idea actually came about when we were having some difficult times getting the cakes that we want from those traditional bakery store nearby. So like for example, you see let's say for example you are having a busy day in the office and then your boss wanted to get a cake for a client, for example. So you have to help your boss to get the cake in such a short amount of time, when you have to go to the nearby store and then you have to get it. So more like, when you go to the traditional bakery store, they only offers limited choices. And yeah, so you see so much time being wasted there rather than you can spend those time on other important things. And on the other hand, we also noticed that bakers have very limited manpower to operate their business as a whole. So for example, right, the bakers are the one that have to talk to their own customers, they have to bake the cakes on their own, and then after that they have to come out with the designs and everything, and then they have to close the deals, arrange the delivery, so on and so forth, from A to Z. They have to settle everything. So we see this as the main startup to why don't we help these bakers to sell their products and market their products to everybody online. So to help them to push their sales as well. So because of this, we actually offers like convenience to the customers, and also we provide benefits to the bakers to help them out from their business.
Well done, well done, well done. Okay, thank you so much for the. I think it has been a tremendous journey, I guess. For how many years? For how many years now? It came today in the market.
5 years.
5 years.
Yep.
Okay, 5 years. I believe it would have been a very tremendous year, right? Yes, this 5 years journey. So, okay, just now from the whole journey that you mentioned, that I understand that, okay, of course, you have seen how the traditional bakery works and all, then you decided to open up this online thing, which is fantastic, right? But just also for the interest of audience today, we want to understand further like how the whole process flow works as a buying process from a customer perspective, and a preparation process from the baker's perspective, and delivery process, like is there any riders involved, because people like dispatch the cakes and all, right? So yeah, how does it work?
Okay, starting off with the customer's point of view, the buying process is pretty simple. So what the customer need to do is to go to our website www.eatcaketoday.com. They choose the cakes of their preference, and then they just have to select the delivery date, time, fill out the delivery address, and then they just have to make payment, and that's all. So after that, they will actually just have to sit back and relax. We will get the cake delivered to their doorstep within their selected time frame. So the overall clicks is about less than 15 steps. So in less than like 5 minutes time, you can get a cake done. You can get the cake confirmed, and we will just get it delivered to you. Yeah, so this is the process for the customers. And as for the bakers who are interested to be on board with us, they actually have to send in their profiles to us via WhatsApp or email. So our person in charge will be the one that talk to them, and then to discuss with them on how do we market their products, because bakers know their cakes the best. They are the best person to know every single details, including those ingredients or the unique selling points of their own cakes. But what they do not know is that sometimes they don't know how to do the marketing for their products. So that's why we are here to actually find out and talk to the bakers to see what are your unique selling points, and then what kind of marketing activities that will be helping them to promote their cakes overall. So because as you know, Eatcake today we have like more than 800 cakes available in our websites. So like in order for your cakes to stand out from other people's cakes, you need to come up with your own unique selling points. And that's where we always try to talk to the bakers and then help them out with all these kind of point of views. Yeah, and as for
Okay, that's
yeah,
for the riders,
pretty
yeah.
simple. Yeah, for the riders, actually we have our own riders, meaning like those riders are under Eatcake today, and then they have went through like our SOP and how to treat customers, how to handle the cakes, because we all know cakes are very fragile, and they are like a princess to us. So you have to take care of them very gentle, very have to be very careful on how do you drive your car in order for the cake to be safe and sound when it reaches to the customer. So all these kind of steps, actually throughout the years we have been always trying to improve our services, our cakes varieties, and our relationship with the bakers. Yeah.
Okay. That's, I think, I'm definitely sure that whoever listening to this webinar today, I think they'll be very clear now on how this whole process works, and what is it in there, in it for them, in terms of, even if they are bakers, potential bakers, or even if they're just riders, they want to associate with Eatcake today. Okay, so since you mentioned that you have 800 cakes, total, right? Yeah. The interesting part here now is, because I heard this kind of business during MCO period, especially or during this pandemic season, they actually, all those online e-commerce players, generally the business boom up, right? And the business shoot up actually. So how do you actually cope up from an EK today perspective? How do you all cope up during a pandemic season like this? this
Mm.
MCO, RMCO, yeah.
But yeah, as you know, during MCO, so many like small and big businesses were being affected, unfortunately. And we also noticed that, because people are being forced to stay at home, right? So majority of the people have to get their essentials, their wants via online. So we also noticed is that the e-commerce is deemed to be the essential service in Malaysia. Is getting more and more popular now because people are being forced to stay at home and then they need to get something online. So at that point of time, actually our sales did improve, did increase. So more and more people slowly to get to know more about Eatcake today because uh, MCO does not stop people from celebration, right? So no matter how, they still need to get a cake for the birthday person. So that's where we starting to get a lot of inquiries from customers around Klang Valleys and stuff like that, and ask us to do the delivery for them. And because of this, right, increase of the inquiries causes more operational chaos for us at that time. So yeah, because our customer service also have to every day 24/7 just to reply those inquiries, and because the inquiries is like non-stop to us, that's why, yeah.
Okay. That's I mean that's glad for a business to have such huge amount of inquiries, especially from a sales order perspective, right?
Mm.
So I think maybe you can let us know like how do you all manage this kind of high inquiries, with the help of the centralized system and all things like that, right? So you can tell also the audience what system you all using and how does it help you all in terms of managing all these inquiries. So you can share like how was it before and how was it after you using it.
Sure. Because like me as an operation head, I will need to make sure my customer service or in terms of operational flow have to be very smooth, and at least to be very convenient for my customer service. So I actually Googled up for help for a system that is able to gather those communication channels in one dashboard, meaning like those system that can gather WhatsApp, emails, live chats, uh, Facebook messages and so forth and so forth. Yeah. So that's why like when I went to Google, Zendesk actually popped up in the first page of Google. So I'm at that point of time, I'm actually quite lucky enough to come across Zendesk because that's how it makes everything more operationally efficient and also smooth. So because we are an e-commerce, so we actually have a lot of communication channels to our customers. And that's why customer service now have only need to open one dashboard, which is Zendesk, to reply all the inquiries from different channels. Rather than open 5 channels, they now only have to open one Zendesk.
Okay, that's good to know. And
Mm.
yeah, so thank you. Since you mentioned now about Zendesk, right? So so basically, glad to know that how actually Zendesk have helped to centralize all the inquiries and have increased your, I mean, so-called manage your operational chaos that you were facing, right? I'm very sure that as a senior operation head that you probably had to cope up with a lot of things before you have this kind of system. What else actually Zendesk have helped, in terms, I mean, from your point of view, of course, we can share as how we sell this product, but then from your point of view as a customer, how do you see Zendesk have improved, not only in terms of managing inquiries, but what else has it improved?
And also because another thing that I have to highlight is that because of Zendesk, actually our customer service can now work remotely. Like you just have to get your laptop and then get a place with Wi-Fi or your data, and then you can just work it immediately already. So previously, when we were using like a traditional way, which is WhatsApp, live chat, all these things, you have to come to office, because the reason why you have to come to office is because you have to connect to the customer phone of the company in order for you to be able to successfully log into the WhatsApp web. But now, because WhatsApp and Zendesk are integrated together, so we just have to on Zendesk, and then all the WhatsApp inquiries, it can just flows in, and then you can just reply immediately without any logins, only the Zendesk login.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chen,
Yeah.
for believing in VLAN and also Zendesk. I would say. Of course, one of the reasons that I can be proud of is you meet me and then you trust me and then you buy lah, right?
Of course, of course.
Okay. So thank you for that as well. But okay, I have a question. Like in terms of branding and marketing per se, right? How does actually Eatcake today strategize? Because you can see nowadays, online baking. I mean, baking at home is becoming more and more now. People do a lot of things now, and then they're selling it online. So online purchasing, the behavior of users is also changing on how they're purchasing things online. So how Eatcake today strategize in terms of branding, marketing, and try to accommodate all these new buyers and newcomers?
Of course, Eatcake today is an online platform and also an e-commerce. So what we do is that we have always been doing digital marketing advertisement like all over our social medias like Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc., and also the SEO, SEM, Facebook ads, EDM, and etc. So other than digital, we also, in order for us to get our brand awareness out more, we actually do some collaborations with big companies like AirAsia, Mars Airlines, telco companies, banking companies as well. Yeah, so this kind of partnerships, what we do is that the staff who work under those companies, they are actually able to enjoy certain discounts buying from Eatcake today. And other than that, we also doing some of the traditional marketing, which is those road shows, event, and stuff like that. So like customer get to enjoy free piece of a slice of cake, for example. If let's say somehow they drop by, and then we will just give them one free cake, one free slice of cake, and then they get to enjoy it. So if they enjoy the cakes, they can actually just go to our website and buy the cake as a whole. Yeah, so this is what we have been doing for the past years, just to get our brand out, to get our brand recognitions and stuff like that.
Okay. That's nice, and that's definitely a good strategy as well.
Hmm.
So having said that, I mean, this could be a silly question, but I just wanted to ask lah, right? Like, is there any kind of a change in the way that you all do business that's going to happen in the next few years or few months or down the road? Probably a blueprint of how Eatcake today going to move forward. Yeah, from here.
Yes, definitely. Because in fact, we actually opened our very first outlet, physical outlet in Damandesa back in August. So this outlet is actually available for customer to walk in, get their favorite cakes of Eatcake today, and then just grab and go kind of concepts. So we always market the Damandesa outlet as you can get our best-selling cakes from Eatcake today in Damandesa outlet now. So some customers, because some customer their concern is that before they buy a whole cake, they wanted to try whether the cake is nice or not. So with this outlet, actually, like they can just buy one slice just to try it, just for them to try it out whether they really like it or not. If let's say they like it, then they can just buy a whole cake online. If they doesn't like it, it's okay. They can just move on to get the few slices to fit their preference of the cakes. And also at the same time, we are planning in the midst of opening more and more outlets regionally, like in Seremban, in Johor, Penang, etc. And even internationally, like Indonesia or Singapore. So
Wow.
this is getting more and more exciting for the Eatcake Today team. Yeah.
Okay. That's fantastic. Then
Mm.
I believe together with you, then definitely Zendes and Vilan also have a high potential to grow.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
So that's good to hear. I mean, it's a very good news that from how you all started. Usually people start from an outlet and then they move to online, but you all started from online and then you all moving into outlet, and not only expanding within Malaysia, you all also going regionally. So that's a very fantastic news to hear, right? So thank you so much for your participation, Chen, for today. But then before we move to, I believe some of the audience will have also certain questions for you. But
Mm.
before we move to the question, Is there, because like you said earlier, right? You all do like a monthly promotional, this kind of things. Do you have a specific promotion or a discount specifically for those webinar audience today? So for this month, you all have like Hari Malaysia yesterday.
Yes, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So for the discount code from Eatcake today for webinar, so the discount code is ECT VLAN10. So you guys can able to enjoy 10% discount for all the cakes in Eatcake today with no minimum purchase.
Okay,
Until
okay.
this promotion will be until end of the month.
Okay, so guys, those that are listening, so make sure I'll just repeat the code. The code is ECT VLAN 10. ECT VLAN 10, one word. So this is specifically for those that join today's session, and the promotion is available until end of this month. It is a 10 ringgit discount from those price.
10% discount.
Oh, sorry, 10%, not 10.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah, 10%. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So, is there any question that you want to ask us, Chen?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So, back to you, Norman.
Right, great. So for all those who are attending to this webinar, the code is actually displayed in the Q&A section. At the same time, if you have any questions that you want to ask Chen or Surin, you can also drop them inside the Q&A section and we will take it throughout at this point of time. Yeah, one question that they're asking is that, there is so many other softwares out there that, you can use to manage your data, right? Like Salesforce and stuff like that. But why choose Zendesk, Chen? Why Zendesk?
Actually, in the beginning, we actually did compare with the similar providers like Zendesk. But one thing that we can assure is that we finalized Zendesk is because some of the benefit that Zendesk is able to offer while other can't. For example, the integration process, which is so much more easier as compared to the other providers, and so on and so forth. Because when it comes to new integration, it is very important for the system to be up as fast as it is possible. So if let's say some providers it takes like half a day to integrate, then I don't think that is the suitable partners to work with. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. The next question is from one of the attendees. They're asking, is Zendesk user friendly? How much time it took for your team to get used to or train into using it?
For my team, because our operation team is only less than 5 people, so everybody is under my control. And before we do the integration with Zendesk, I actually did come up with a lot of SOP for my customer service to follow. So with that, when the integration is done and everything, we started to test out a lot of things together, and that's it. It only took about less than 1 week for everyone to get familiarized with. So it's actually quite a user-friendly system in my opinion.
Right. So it's a very user-friendly.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
efficient as well.
Perhaps maybe if you guys want to have a try or have a go on it, you can actually contact us, and Surin will be more than helpful to get you guys started on a trial. Right, Surin?
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. The next question that the attendees have is that, is your outlet, right, the physical outlet, is it allowed to be dine in, and what are the arrangement been made for dining in? Please advise.
I see. Okay, unfortunately, at this moment, we do not accept any dine-in. So the store is just for grab and go kind of concept. And there's no tables for sittings. There's only like, maybe 1 or 2 chairs for customer to have a seat while waiting for their cakes to be prepared. And also because our first outlet is quite small, it's just like half of the outlet, so that's why we don't accept any dine-in at the moment.
Right. Okay. The next question: how do you use WhatsApp in CPN in your business? How do you use WhatsApp in your business with Zendesk?
How do I use WhatsApp in Zendesk?
No, in your business, right? How do you
Yep.
actually use WhatsApp for your business? Uh, and also, how does Zendesk come in terms of WhatsApp? So do you take orders through WhatsApp or complaints? What do you use WhatsApp for?
Okay, so the main purpose of WhatsApp is to receive inquiries from the customers in terms of a recommendation or what is my cake delivery status, or maybe yeah, some of the complaints that the customer wanted to provide. And yeah, that's all. In terms of placing orders, everything will have to go through online. We do not accept orders via WhatsApps.
Right. Okay. So it's more like you order your cake online, but if you have any inquiries or complaints, then you can just
Yeah.
use WhatsApp. Oh, that's great.
Yes, correct.
Okay, the next question. Based on your experience in engaging with customer, what are the most difficult situations you have encountered when dealing with online customers?
Okay, this is a very interesting one because, like, Eatcake today is selling cakes online. Previously, when we started this business, a lot of Malaysians cannot really get used to this kind of experience of buying cakes online because they do not have a physical or the real cakes in front of them to see or to decide. They only can see based on the photos and also maybe our descriptions on how the cake tastes like in terms of the texture, the flavor, etc. So that's why when we first started, we only have photo to shows, and from time to time we actually putting videos of the cakes, 360 degrees of the cakes, just to give customer a picture of how the cake looks like from back to front and overall in terms of the slices as well. So, and dealing with customers online also, sometimes people tend not to read the description even though you provide a full description of the cakes there. So
Right.
yeah, even though everything details are there, they will still ask our customer service like, oh hey, what is the weight of this cake? Because I'm planning to get for 1 kg. Then you will know that oh, this cake is actually 1 kg as stated in the description. So a lot of things that we have to educate our customers and in the very beginning. Hmm.
Right. Yeah, Malaysian customers tend to do that, right? They prefer hearing it
That's
from you
why,
rather than reading the description, right?
yeah, that's why
Yeah,
they need our customer service to assist them more lah, and in a
exactly.
more friendlier way, human touch way.
True.
Mm.
Yeah, and this comes back to the question of how do you keep track of all your customers who have ordered from you? How do you do that?
Oh, because when people order, all the orders have to go through online, right? So when people start ordering their cakes in our website, they will actually have to fill out their details, and such as their emails, their phone numbers, etc. So our system actually have those kind of datas uh, to target back those customers online via digital marketings. Yeah.
Is that also on Zendesk?
Zendesk, yes, all the records are there. Zendesk
Right.
can even come up with a report
Oh,
of
I see.
everything.
Okay, and how do you find new customers?
Find new customers.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of paid ads online, like those SEM where you can see if you search Cake Delivery Malaysia, then Eatcake Today will be the first one that pops up. So all this, then when people do not know Eatcake Today, they will first click into our websites, and then from there they will have to see what they like and stuff like that, and then make their final purchase with us.
Right. So you spend a huge chunk of the budget on online advertising, right, Chen?
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay, the next question is delivery is generally quite pricey, delivery, right? So how
Yep.
has delivery charges affected your sales?
At this moment, our sales are not much being affected by delivery charges, to be honest, because we actually did some survey as well between, between the price that we offers and also what the customer think about it. And in the end of the day, customers' answers are always saying that we paid extra for your services, your overall services, not just because you are the cheapest. That's where we get the cake from you. So it's quite heartwarming to hear such feedback from customers is because people really appreciate the efforts that you have put it in. For example, our customer service has been, doing all the following up with the customers, making good relationships with them just to make sure everyone is satisfied. And at the end of the day, we see that pricing is not so much a big deal for us, and where it won't affect so much of our sales at this moment. Yeah, because people willing to pay for our services.
Yeah, true. It's convenience, that's what they're paying for, right?
Yes, correct, correct.
Right. And also you don't want to get exposed to the virus out there. True. Okay, here's a question. Through your experience, right? If I owned a retail store and how and where do I start in order for me to go online? So through your experience going online, if someone owns a retail store, if they want to go online, so how and where would they actually need to start? What would they have to look at?
To start off online.
That's right. Through your experience, like what are the challenges you faced when you started off your business online?
Uh, Online e-commerce is everywhere nowadays. You see, like people say it's very easy just to start off your own companies and stuff. But actually, in fact, it's not the case because before you start up a company, you have to prepare or get ready a lot of things beforehand. For example, your contents, how you want to make yourself different from other people, and why people have to go for you instead of your competitors. So a lot of things that you actually need to brainstorm with the team, and then after that to see actually why people would like to go for me instead of my competitors. And not just that, in terms of like operationally as well, you need to get a team that is ready to help you to grow together as a team, not just like, just come in and work 9 to 5 kind of job, and that's all. So in Eatcake today, we as a company, we always work together as a team, and after that, we always help each other out no matter what. So the culture is very important as well. The way that the bosses think will influence the colleagues and employees of the company. So a lot of things, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just put a post and you're done. There's a lot of
Yeah,
things to look into, right?
exactly.
And the million-dollar question that everyone's asking is that, can you share how Zendesk has helped your business?
Mm. Okay. At first, just want to give you like a short intro on how last time Eatcake today works without Zendesk. So what we did was our customer service have to log into 5 different channels, like live chats, emails, WhatsApp web, Facebook messages, and also what else? And Instagram. So my customer service has to open that 5 channels in order to reply all the inquiries from different channels. And because of that, like sometimes our laptop cannot be supported because it was just too heavy for the laptop to handle so many tabs in one go. It's not just 5 tabs. 5 tabs is just for the inquiries channels. What about we have to open up our website, our other internal systems, and etc. etc. So with that, it's actually too heavy for our laptop to support that. And because of that, I also found out that our operation is not that smooth, and instead it's more time consuming for the customer service. So that's why I googled out, and then I tried to find what are the systems that can gather these communication channels in just one platform or one dashboard. And yeah, so happened I came across Zendesk, and then met up with Surin. Surin was being very helpful on how we can work together, how Zendesk can help me in terms of my operational issue, and that's how it started. And not just that, Zendesk also is able to provide me a reports, monthly reports, or the reports that whenever I need it. Because last time when we used WhatsApp web, the records is everywhere. You do not have data to gather everything. Like this customer WhatsApp you already, but you wouldn't know what is this customer's inquiry about in like few days time because we just have too many customers, too many inquiries. So with Zendesk actually you can have records of the customers and what are they inquiring about. For example, this customer always interested in chocolate cake. So you know that, oh, this customer is interested in chocolate cake. So we have that details, right? So we'll send them like those email newsletters that is relating to chocolate cakes to gain more interest of the customers. Yeah, etc. A lot of marketing and operation things that we can do with Zendesk.
Right. Thank you so much, Jen, for today. That's all the time we have actually for the Q&A section. Thanks, Jen. Is there any parting words that you want to share with the audience? Any last words you want to share with them? Advice?
Uh, yeah, please support Eatcake today and always be celebrating with cakes. So if let's say you think of cakes, just think of Eatcake today. Mm,
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen.
no
Thank you
problem.
so
Surin?
much. Thank you so much, Shen, and thank you so much for
Thanks,
the
guys.
session today. Yep. Yep.
Thanks, Surin.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jen.
Okay.
Yeah, for all those of you who are still with us, don't forget to sign up for next Tuesday's webinar, which is with Chi Seng. He's going to be sharing on how to create viral content. The previous week's webinar was really, really good. The turnout was good. His sharing was really good. He shared with us the type of personalities that we have. So this coming Tuesday, it's going to be on how to craft viral content. So for all of you who are interested in doing online marketing and copywriting as well, do join us this coming Tuesday, right? And also, don't forget to like us on Facebook as well as our LinkedIn, right? And if you have any feedbacks on this webinar, you can scan this QR code which is displayed on the screen right now and send us your feedback. And if you have any inquiries for sales, you can always drop us an email through sales@vland.asia. Or if you have any questions on our products or Zendesk, you can also WhatsApp us on the number displayed on the screen, right? So that's all the time we have today. We'll see you again next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. See you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.